Welcome to Cage Minds. I'm Mika Frankl, your host, and today we're talking boxing. Joining me from Hobbs, New Mexico, Yhorhighness Rezzaq. Sir, thank you for the time. How you doing today?
Good to you?
I'm doing well.
Yes,
Is
sir.
it all right that I didn't say the full name?
It's all right. It's all right.
All right,
Got
cool, cool. Right? What is that like, being a boxer and having that long of a name? Have you ever got an announcer to say the whole thing?
Yeah, but they always ask me my rap name or something like that because they don't believe that's my name or anything.
What was that like in school?
They always trying to short my name out or something, like trying to call me Yor or something. But my mama didn't like that, so I make them call me Your Highness.
Was that awkward? Substitute teachers like this can't be correct. Is somebody messing with me?
A lot of people messed up a lot. Yes, sir.
But what is it like 3 fights in, hearing your name announced under the bright lights as a professional boxer?
It feels good. It feels really good. Like, that's just my last fight. I can't believe that fight. I don't like that fight. I don't know. I didn't throw enough punches, whatever. And he was hitting my arms most of the time. I want to run that back soon, but I already quit fighting though.
That happens sometimes. This game is brutal. It'll eat guys up and spit them out quite quickly. I mean, it's been a few months since you've got to fight. That was 4 months ago. So let's just start there. You got a main event coming up in Las Cruces. You get to erase the memory of the last fight. How's that sound?
It sounds good. Got something to prove. So, it's going to be a way different fight than last time. It's going to be a dog fight for sure. And I'm ready for it.
What do you think of this matchup, taking on Jorge Tovar, another tough guy? People know him also from the southwest part of the state. What do you think of this matchup?
I think it's a good matchup. I think it's going it might come in a knockout, or if not, it's going to be a bloody match, It's going to be crazy. Everybody going to be screaming and everything. Because I ain't coming like I did last fight. It's going to be a lot of punches thrown.
Was there kind of a process of getting used to fighting again? You made the pro debut, and then there was, COVID, so it took a while to get the career going again. Was there a process to get everything jump-started again after that hiatus?
Yeah, it's my mindset. You got to, have your mindset in it, After COVID hit, everybody was saying that there's going to be no more boxing or anything, so it was so I had to get my mindset back in it.
How long did that take, and what was that process like? Was that a lot done where you are right now, it looks like, in the gym?
Yes, sir. It was kind of a long process, and I fought Michael Sanchez, and I was in it, but then I stopped fighting for a while. Now I fought the other dude, and I just didn't throw enough punches, so But now it's a whole different story. I'm more motivated than ever.
And how do you get that way? How do you get that hunger back?
I just I look at my past, you know what I'm saying? I look at my kid because I have a kid now. And so it motivates me. So I always want to do better for him. I don't want him seeing that I did bad as a boxer or anything. In case he wants to box, I don't want him being scared because I lost something. I want to just take off, you know what I'm saying? So that motivates my kid.
This game as a boxer, 3 fights in as a professional. What was that amateur run like? How long were you in boxing before making this pro jump?
People don't believe when I say this, but I only had one amateur fight.
How long were you training before that fight?
I was training probably a couple months, probably a year probably. But I was in and out. I wasn't in the gym. I was in foster homes and stuff. So I was in Oklahoma. I was in Albuquerque, everywhere. So I wasn't really in the gym consistent.
I'm sure many people have been taken aback by that. Usually we don't go from a year in and out of the gym, one fight, and then, oh yeah, he's ready to be a pro.
Yeah, that's different, but I think I'm ready for it.
Well, how did things work out in that manner? How did it turn out like this?
It went good because when I had my amateur fight, the coach was telling me that his person gonna beat me up and stuff, that he's really good. That I just blew him out like nothing. And so my coach said, you ready to go professional? I said, yeah. So I fought Mark Sanchez and I beat him. Michael Sanchez, I beat him. So my last fight, I didn't throw enough punches. So, but I'm still there though. I gotta bring that that dog back out of me. You know, stop sitting back. You know.
I'm sure to you this is just what you're doing, but do you understand how different that is of a journey that not a lot of boxers, that there's many guys are like, it took me 100 fights, it took 80 fights or 30 fights before the coach was like, you're ready. But after one, that's pretty rare.
Yes, sir. I'm confident. I'm just a confident person. I've been a fighter since I was little. You know, I always fought in the streets and stuff. So why not just fight and make money? You know.
Definitely. Is that one of the reasons why you went towards boxing, was from having already kind of had street fights in your background?
Yeah, and then my mama, she always told me, like, how come you don't join boxing? Because she see me fight in the streets a lot. And then she was like, how come you don't join boxing? I said, well, I don't know. I just never thought about it. And she's like, just join boxing. Like, you're going to be good. And so I started doing boxing. Every time I went in the gym, people say, you talented. Like, and I'll be like, okay, I'm just keep doing this. And I was like, I want to get some belts in the future, and I want to fight the big fighters.
So wow. When did you notice that you had talent? Did you, in those street fighting days, feel like it, or has it come along since being in the gym? Has it hit you that you have talent?
It hit me when I got in a couple fights. It was like I fought this person. He was probably like 6'4" or something, and I dropped him, and like he scared everybody in the school, and I beat him up, like, you know. And I was always fighting, but I used to fight like a boxing. Like, I didn't fight like the regular street fighters, you know. I fought like I moved my head and everything, and people was like, "Man, you good at fighting." This person tried to tell me that if I fight under him, like underground street fighting, that he'll give me money for it and all that stuff. So I was like, I gotta join boxing and just give it a try.
So there's a real natural connection with you and combat sports.
Yes, sir. My dad was a boxer, actually.
Oh, right. So was he maybe showing you things that you didn't know? Maybe he was.
Not my when he had like a lot of kids, but every time he had a kid, he wanted him to box, whatever, and they always said no. And so when I was born, he didn't even like give me. Cause I'm the youngest one, so he didn't even give me no time or anything. He's not me a boxer, and he just, like, you know what I'm saying. So I've been on my own, basically doing it myself.
What does it mean to you to be a pro? Like, does this feel like a certain accomplishment to you to be in this position, to be getting paid for fighting now?
I used to always say, when I was in foster care in the home care house, I used to always say I wanted to be a professional boxer. Now I'm a professional boxer, so it's a lot. That was my dream. But now my dream is to get some belts in my name.
So I don't know how much you want to get into it, but it already sounds like, I mean, we could probably make a movie out of your life. It sounds like there's a lot of backstory we could get into here.
I got a lot of backstory. Like, it's a lot. It's like I have like it's like my story is really bad. Like, if you like just looking, like, took a picture and just went through everything, it's crazy.
Where's the story start? Where do you think when we're making the movie, like what's the intro? What's the first scene?
My mom. I was on my mama's stuff. Now, first off, we can go to when I was little. When I was about like 5 years old, and I was walking in the apartment and stuff. My sister was in her friend's house across from us, and then I know we heard like a whole bunch of gunshots, like it was like a lot of gunshots, and then mama, like, we opened the door and stuff, and we seen there's like a person laying on the floor. He's crying for his mama and stuff, but he's like probably like 20 something, and I'm a baby. I almost got hit, but the bullet went like this close to me, and I almost got hit. And mama said she wanted to move to Clovis because my dad was down there and it was dangerous in Oklahoma, so we went down there to Clovis. After that, he, how all that bad stuff, he dipped on us and stuff. It was me, my mom, my sister. And my sister, she left too. She dipped on us. She said, I'm not her brother no more. Some weird stuff. I don't know. Whatever. And then after that, what's it called? Me and my mom went to a house, whatever. We were sitting there for a minute. And then we got in an argument because, like, my eyes started hurting, whatever. And we had a little argument. But it wasn't that bad. But the cops came in and they was like, y'all good? Because the ambulance came in first to see my eye. And so the cops came in afterwards. And they said, you good? And I said, yeah. They said, they're going to take me for one day. And then the next day I can go back to my mom. So, okay. So I went to foster care. And I was in this foster home. I was in there for a little bit. Then the next day, I tried to leave. And they said, if I go to my mama's house, I'm going to jail. And so I was like, what the heck? And then they kept me in there for ever since. So I've been in foster care. Then after that, Okay. After that, I went back over there. I was in there for a minute. Then I got in the fight. I went to Santa Fe. I was there for a minute. Then I left over there, went to Home Free House, and I was in Home Free House for a minute. And I was there for a long time. And then after that, my mama called me one day and she was singing to me. But it didn't sound right. Like, it didn't sound like her. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I said, Mama, you good? And she wouldn't tell me. She kept singing. After that, I hung up. Then I said I want to go to Clovis. So I ran away to Clovis. Then I went to go see her. And okay, look, this is how I went. I was in my homie's house for a little bit. I said, you know, Mama's just like staying there because she moved. They said she moved, something like that. So we ran to Mama's house. Then he went back to his mom's, and there's like the window was like busted in, but the door was like the regular whatever, so it was locked. So I went through the window, and then like on the floor, Mom was laying there dead. There was like blood everywhere, like everywhere, just surrounding her. And then after that, the cops came because the cops called her phone actually. Like when I looked at her phone, it was a picture of me actually. It was a picture of me. And so I was looking at it like she was looking at me before she died. And then the cops called me and I said, hello, is Tana here? And I was like, no, she dead. And so they pulled up, they got her body, took her away. They took her phone away too. My auntie came and she was like, I'm gonna take you in one day. I'm gonna take you in real soon. I said, okay. So I'm back to foster care. I see my dad because I didn't see him in a minute. He was like in a what's them homes called? Like, you know, they like them old homes. You know what I'm talking about?
Like halfway homes?
Mm-hmm. He was in there. And so I went to go see him for a couple times. And then one day I was gonna go see him again. And then my brother called me and said, hey, bro, Dad's dead. I was like, dang, bro. And so after that, I was gonna call my auntie, but then he told me auntie died too. The one that came, said she's gonna take me to her house, she died too. And so after that, I was in foster homes. I got in a lot of fights. I went back to the home free house, got in a lot of fights. After that, I was in there for a while. And then Terrell, he used to be at the home free house. He used to work there. And he was like, bro, I'll take you in. And I was like, all right, bro. But it was like a whole thing we had to go through. And eventually they kicked me out. So I went to Terrell, and then I was staying with him for a minute. And then I met my girl. And then it was me, my girl. And then her family took me in. And it was there for, like, that's how it's been, like, ever since. But I had like, a lot of losses and stuff. But that's what kept me motivated, like, all that. It's crazy.
Well, holy shit, dude. I asked you for the first scene, and you just ran through the whole film kind of Cliff Notes session. And I don't know how you have this smile on your face, or you could even describe the layers of mental tenacity you've grown over all of these crazy circumstances, dude.
Yeah, it just life to me. That's how I've been living. So, you know, and I'm the type of person, like, I don't be crying or anything. I just think about it. Like, I have like a lot of I overthink a lot, so I'll just be thinking about stuff. Like, I don't be like crying or anything. I just be thinking. I have like a strong head, like, if you could say. That's why I can tell you the whole story about, you know.
Yeah, no. Most people should be crawled up in a ball crying right now. I should be calling your coach, apologizing. Like, he's pulling out of the fight. He can't talk anymore. I bring up all the trauma in his life. I apologize, everybody. Isidro, you have to get a new main event. I mean, most dudes ain't going to run through it like you just did.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm a different breed. Like, watch. This boxing stuff, it's going to take off. Watch. Like, I'm going to get better and better. I learn quick, too. That's another thing about me. I learn quick.
And I'm sure with everything you've seen, to have that confidence, to have that conviction, you've seen a lot worse. So why not have that much faith in yourself and your abilities?
Yes, sir. That's how I think. And when that happened, I was about like 16.
So this all happened within a couple year span, everything you told me?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Wow. It's just incredible, the strength and everything. So it must make boxing seem a lot easier and like not a big deal as most people see it as. And you're like, no, dude, my real life has been a lot. This has a referee and has gloves.
Yes, sir. That's how it is for me. It's not really like, oh, how people go in and they be like, you can actually die in here. I don't think about that. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I lost a lot of stuff. The only thing I fight for now is my son, my girl, and like the deaths, you know what I'm saying? So it really doesn't like scare me or anything. I'll just go in there and just, to me, it's normal. It's just like walking in the park, you know? Ain't like scary or anything to me.
And it's also given you all of this tragedy, a sense of how precious and fleeting time is.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
What does the fight look like March 12th? Back, stepping away from this incredible life journey. Don't want to minimize it or anything, but back to March 12th. Oh yeah, we can see Your Highness here in a main event. You can see him box people. Go support his career in Las Cruces. What do you think the fight looks like?
I think the fight it's gonna be different from what everybody expects. Because I seen one of the comments, they said it's gonna be easy work for Tovar, but it's not the case. It's not the case at all. It's gonna be a dog fight. Like if he beat me, he can go home with a black eye, he can get hurt, all that stuff. It's gonna be a different fight. Like it's gonna be dangerous. Like I'm not the fighters he fought in the past.
Okay, so I'm not keyed in that much to the circle down there to have heard this talk. So that's the talk right now, is he's the big favorite. It'll be easy work. That's
Yes,
what
sir.
you've been hearing?
Yes, sir.
Is that, you think, solely based off of your last performance, or do you think some
Probably.
of the experiences in there?
Probably that and the experience. And he has 60 amateur fights. But what they don't get is like I spar with my sparring partners and stuff, and some of them have like 100 and something. So you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of amateur fights. I'm just a good fighter. Like I learn quick. So, you know, they think I'm gonna be trash because I only have one amateur fight, but it's not the case.
So most people are disrespected. It seems like you kind of enjoy being underrated here.
I actually do that because I've always been like the underdog, or like I've always been like have my back against something, like against the wall or something. And so that's where I feel my best. That's when I go. That's when I go my hardest. You know, when everybody going with me, that's how I do. Like I do like worse than I would like everybody going against me. You know.
Gotta ask, what do you think makes the difference? Why is it your hand raised at the end of the night?
It's talent, hard work, dedication, and really loving the sport. Like I don't care if I go in there with a bloody fight. I don't care if I lose teeth, whatever. I don't care. I'm with that. Like I want to have fun, you know. And I'm in last fight, I didn't have like as much of a camp I had this fight, you know. I didn't work out as hard. I didn't have no strength and conditioning coach or anything. This time I had, so it's way different. And I'm already a power puncher, so all the people I've been knocking down and stuff like that, that's without like training my power. I just would like train boxing. Now I have strength and conditioning with me, so that's on top of that.
Being in the main event, was that a nice little motivator for you?
Yes, sir.
Last thing, what's the message for the fans, for the family, for the supporters?
Y'all come out support. It's gonna be a good fight. Main events. This is gonna be a really main event. It's gonna be like one of the biggest fights y'all gonna see. It's gonna be dangerous.
How can everybody follow along with your career and your journey on social media?
Goldheart Rezzaq. That's my Facebook, my Instagram, and all that stuff. Goldheart Rezzaq.
Yhorhighness Goldheart Rezzaq. Sir, I truly mean this. Thank you for the time this evening.
Thank you too. Go.